Hello friends, my name is Ruby Wire, and welcome to There Was a Stranger at the Door. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this game. As far as I'm aware, it's a graphic novel, and it's supposed to be spooky. Which, of course, is par for the course on Ruby Wire's channel, because Ruby Wire likes to play... Oh my god! My chair just it unlocked and I thought I almost died. Okay, well, I like to play scary one and done games because I don't do a lot of horror on the channel, so doing the one and dones as horror kind of makes up for it. But I don't know if graphic novels are scary, so let's just start. I'll read. This is gonna be probably a pretty sensual one, so just strap in because Ruby Wire is gonna get a bit close. There was a stranger at the door. I was up in my room scrolling through my feed when the doorbell rang. I wasn't expecting anyone. My parents were out for their anniversary. My friends always texted me before dropping by. It was late, too late for anyone to be visiting. Who could it be? Probably a mistake, or my mind went somewhere dark. No, this was a safe neighborhood. I was only being paranoid. Doorbell rang again. Pretend you're not home. I pulled my covers over my head. They get tired eventually and leave. Unless they broke down the door. No. That was the paranoia talking. Whoever it was would just leave and find some other house. Right? I waited in silence, trying my best to hear what was happening on my porch. Strangely enough, I heard nothing. No wind, no leaves rustling, no cars passing in the distance. There was no movement anywhere. Sorry, the hair in my beanie needs to come out. There we go. It was like the entire night was holding its breath. Waiting. The doorbell rang again and my heart started racing. They would leave. I just had to stay still and wait. They would leave. The doorbell didn't ring again. I waited in the darkness and wondered how much time had passed. I don't think that was English, but good luck. I thought about pulling the covers down when I heard it. Tapping against my window, a chill crept up my spine. There was something there, and it was looking at me. I could feel it even through the covers. That is terrifying! Holy shit! I didn't look. I prayed to every god and deity I had ever known and waited. This time stretched. I had no idea how long I stayed there, unmoving. It could have been minutes, it could have been hours. Eventually the tapping stopped and I felt lighter, like whatever it was had left. I didn't take the covers off until morning. I fell asleep a little after the sun came up and woke up to the sound of sirens. I wondered if that had anything to do with the stranger ringing my doorbell last night. Or the tapping. Soon enough, I learned the reason behind the sirens. My neighbor Betty was dead. Her parents found her on the living room with a smile on her face and 2 little marks on her neck. And I hated myself for feeling thankful that it hadn't been me. Holy shit. Holy shit. Thanks for playing. Wait. How many endings are there? Clearly there's multiple endings. Can I turn... Okay. Doorbell rang. I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, we know this. Okay. We'll go check the door this time. I put my phone in my pocket and got up to answer the door. I looked through the peephole. There was a guy outside with raven black hair and pale skin. Ask who it is, because I feel like if we do this, we'll just get tapping again. Who is it? The guy turned his head and stared at the peephole. He smiled. Hi, my name's Alden. My family and I just moved here. My car broke down and my phone is dead. Could I borrow yours to call them? I promise I won't take long. It's late at night. This dude showed up at my doorstep and was like, okay, hold on. This is actually kind of important. I don't know if I play as a girl or a guy. As a guy in this situation, I have the I guess privilege to not feel threatened by something like this. As a girl in this situation, I'd say, oh, fuck out of here. But I'm playing as a guy, so, well, I am a guy. I don't know if I'm playing as a guy or a girl, so come on in. Just a moment. I opened the door and handed him the phone. Thank you. He dialed a number and smiled at me while he waited. Someone picked up on the other end. Hey sister, glad you picked up. It's dead. I know you told me to charge it. You don't have to rub it in my face. I know. My car broke down. Yeah, so can you pick me up? We can call a tow truck in the morning. The address? Hold on. Can you tell me the address here? 425 Oak Street. Thanks. 425 Oak Street. Yeah, inside the gates. I know, I got lost. I think so. Don't worry, everything will be alright. Just come pick me up. Okay, I'll be waiting. Handing me back the phone. Thank you. No problem. It'll be too much to ask if I wait inside. Now that was crossing a line. Yeah, I opened the door against my paranoia to help him. He was helped. End of conversation. I was not letting a stranger in. Please, it's cold and my sister will probably take a bit to get here. I wanted to tell him no and close the door. I wanted to, but there was something in the way he was looking at me that made me think it was okay. The more I looked into his eyes, the more convinced I became that letting him wait inside was the right thing to do. It was dark and cold. She would take a while. And he seemed nice. He had been polite this whole time. Surely there would be no problem in inviting him in. No! I hesitated. His face changed. I could only catch a glimpse of it, but it was enough to make my stomach turn. Whatever caused the change in the atmosphere was gone as fast as it came. I wondered if I had imagined it, but the sense of wariness was still in my mind. I'm sorry, I can't let you inside. Good luck. Nah! I closed the door, locked it, and ran to my bedroom. Pulled the covers. Oh, shoot, I skipped that one. I wouldn't want to be left outside in the dark and cold, but this was a safe neighborhood. At least it was supposed to be. I tried forgetting about him and falling asleep. I closed my eyes and calmed my fast-beating heart. I was almost drifting off when I heard it. Tapping against my window. Why is there more tapping? She died again. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Okay. Hold on. I got the same ending, though. Hold on. I feel like if I tell him to ask someone else, we'll get the tapping again. So we'll open the door. We'll do the dumb things. Skip. You're welcome. Skip. Sure, come on in. So I let him in. This is a dumb idea. He smiled at me as we made our way to the living room. There was something alluring about him. I couldn't stop staring. It was like everything else had vanished until there was just us. There was some conversation going on between us, but I couldn't really focus on it. I answered everything he asked, as if I were in a trance. Then he leaned in, and I let him. I wanted him. But he didn't reach for my lips. Instead, he made his way to my neck, and I felt a small pain, almost like a sting, then something else, a lightness, a numbness. It was inebriating. Yeah, I knew it was gonna drug me. It was almost disappointing when he pulled away. His red lips were the last thing I saw. Yeah, he fucking killed me. Okay. Oh. What if we did this one? I stepped away and made my way upstairs, glued to the wall, hoping he could not see my shadow from under the door. Oh. Unless he broke down the door. No. That was the paranoid talking. We find someone else. I waited in silence, trying my best to hear what was happening. I heard nothing. No wind, nothing. Everything was holding his breath. He would leave. I just had to stay still and wait. He would leave. The doorbell didn't ring again. Oh, all that. Okay, that's all the same thing. Go check the door. Ask who it is. Open the door. No problem. Okay, let him in again. But I said no problem this time. Same thing. Okay. Check the door. Ask who it is. Open the door. No problem. Wait. There's gotta be, like, something that I'm not seeing here. You're welcome. Don't let him in. Oh! I tried to close the door, but he put his foot to stop it. He smirked. Oh, but you've already invited me in, don't you remember? I tried to hold the door, but he was stronger. I pushed it, and begged it to close, but it wouldn't budge. He grabbed the side of the door and yanked it open. I stumbled backwards. I had to get away. He walked in slowly. A chill came up my spine, lifting the hairs in my arms. I had to run. I needed to run. Even if he caught up to me, I had to try. Maybe I could slow him down. There had to be a way to survive. A desperate idea came to mind. Drop things to slow him down. I sprinted towards the kitchen, dropping things behind me. A lamp, a chair, whatever I could. Finally, I reached the kitchen and locked the door behind me. My breathing was heavy, but I had no time to calm myself. I wasn't safe yet. I heard clapping on the other side of the door. I'll give you an A for effort. He was enjoying this. I got the feeling that he could have stopped me if he wanted to, but he didn't, the sadistic bastard. The door handle turned, but the door didn't open. Very well. A+ for effort. Would the door be able to hold him back? I wasn't going to count on it. I had to leave. This is really loud in my ears, by the way, so if I'm screaming, I'm sorry. I'll edit it all in post. I had to leave. Luckily, there was a back door in the kitchen that led outside. I opened it and was ready to run when a thought came to mind. What if he caught me? Grab a knife, grab a knife, grab a knife. I opened the door, but the knife wasn't there. Why wasn't the knife there? I looked around and spotted it on the sink. When I ran towards it, the kitchen door burst open. I grabbed the knife and turned to leave, but he was already blocking the way out. He smiled sinisterly. My heart was beating so loud I could feel it in my ears. I was cornered. I strengthened my grip on the knife. If I was going down, I was going down swinging. I charged at him, hoping to hurt him enough to get away, but he held my arm and twisted it, making me drop the knife. He pulled me close, wrapping an arm around me and using the other one to cover my mouth. I struggled to get away, but he was stronger. It was like trying to fight a metal structure. Honestly, I'm disappointed. His breath tickled my neck, sending shivers down my spine. After all that show, I thought you'd be more of a challenge. Guess I was wrong. Felt him shrugging behind me. Oh, whatever. There's always next time. There was a sharp pain in my neck. Fuck. Everything went black. Shit. I tried to close the door, but he put his foot in to stop it. Okay. What if I just run? Be faster, just run. Sprinted towards the kitchen, but he grabbed me by the arm. Yep. Tried to kick him. Nothing worked. Couldn't beat him. Maybe I could still be helped. If I screamed, surely someone would hear me. His other hand covered my mouth before I could even open it. Now don't go ruining this. If more people come here, I might have to do something that I won't like. I struggled in his grip. I used my free hand to try and push him away and tried to remove his hand from my mouth, but none of it worked. I scratched his hands and arm. Nothing seemed to bother him. He held me tightly and bit my neck. I kept hitting him until my vision became blurry and I didn't have the strength to fight anymore. Okay. We're gonna win! No, you cannot come in. Drop things to slow him down. Run. I got out, locked the back door behind me and ran. I ran and ran until my legs hurt and my lungs hurt. I kept running. I couldn't feel my feet anymore. I was going towards the house, any house, when I bumped into someone. I thought it was over. He caught me, but then I looked up and saw a girl with raven black hair and pale skin. She looked worried. What happened? Hold on. What happened? Are you okay? I was relieved, but I wasn't safe. Not yet. He was still somewhere in the dark, looking for me. We need to leave to get somewhere safe. I'm assuming I'm playing as a girl. Now that I finally stopped, I remembered the phone in my pocket. I could call the police. I picked it up and was about to dial when I heard his voice. There you are. I see you've met my sister. Lovely, isn't she? Sister? Was she in on this? When I looked at her, she was staring at him. I couldn't tell what she was thinking. I started dialing, but he stopped me before I could make the call. Your fighting was cute, but now it's just annoying. He held both my arms. I tried kicking him, but he didn't seem to feel anything. Was I that weak? I thought about giving up. There was no way I could beat this monster, so why bother? My body didn't seem like it would be able to help me for much longer, but I kept fighting. I wasn't going to make this easier. He looked annoyed as he pulled me closer to him. I kept struggling. Kane, stop. Kane? He turned to look at her, while still holding me tightly. For some reason, her words made me stop too. Is this too dark for you, sister? Do you feel sorry for the poor girl? She remained expressionless. It's our first day here. It's our first day here. We can't call attention like that. Oh, come on. It's just one girl, and I'm hungry. You wouldn't have to move so much if you didn't kill or kidnap someone whenever you felt hungry. What? And what do you suggest we do? Erase her memories and put her back in bed. What about my hunger? I suppose blood bags won't suffice. No, they won't. I need it fresh. And go hunt somewhere else, somewhere not so close to our new home. Be discreet. Don't go letting them run around in the dark. You're lucky she bumped into me and not someone else. Oh, sister, you underestimate me. I knew exactly where she was and who she was going to bump into. Right, it's all just a game to you. You know me too well, Mabel dear, but since you make a valid point, I'll let you deal with this one and go find myself a new prey. Bye-bye. He leaves me and disappeared in the night. Are they fucking vampires? I dropped to my knees. I wanted to run, but my body was too weak. I couldn't even stand on my own. That was a sick tactic, to hunt me until I couldn't run anymore. She approached me. I'm sorry, truly. I wish I could control him, but I can't. This was the best I could do. But don't worry, you won't remember any of this tomorrow. She elongated her last words, like it was some sort of spell. Her eyes are a different color. You're tired, you should sleep. Soon there was only darkness. I woke up in my bed feeling sore. My body felt heavy, like I had overworked myself. It was weird. I didn't remember doing any physical activity lately. When I got up, I noticed some bruises on my legs and feet. What the hell had happened last night? How was I able to injure myself like that? Was I sleepwalking? That's never happened before. I told my parents once they came home, but they didn't think much of it. They told me it was probably nothing, but I should lock my bedroom before sleeping, just to be sure. Tell them if anything similar happened again. I, however, was not content with that explanation. It felt wrong for some reason, but what else could it have been? Every night I felt uneasy. Weirdly enough, I wasn't afraid to fall asleep. It was just this awful feeling, like there was something outside in the shadows, watching me, waiting me, and one night it would finally come for me. Okay. I'm gonna run through it one more time and see if there's anything else. Go check the door. Ask who it is. Open the door. You're welcome. Don't let him in. Drop things to slow him down. Just run. No, that's it. Okay, that seems to be like all of the endings. So there was a stranger at the door. I've never really done these visual novel things. I mean, I did miss messages. I did Ultra ADHD, which was kind of that at some points. I don't think I did any other ones. But Project Cat kind of, but not like this. I can't recall if there were any others that I did. I've done a lot of indie games by now, but I guess that they were vampires. Like, what the? I was not expecting that. But art style was really cool. The like choosing, oh, excuse me. Like choosing to I guess it makes sense now. The saying no problem versus you're welcome. Cuz isn't it a thing with vampires, like they have to be welcomed into your home? So if you said no, he wouldn't have come in, but if you said you're welcome and then didn't let him in, he'd be like, psych, I'm already allowed in. So I guess that makes sense. I'm guessing that they were vampires, which is kind of strange. I didn't expect that. But thank you everybody so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can check it out below, the link below, if you want to play it for yourself or send it to other people to play. You can support the developer down there too. I think there's another game by them that I have that's another like game like this. I'm not certain, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, all the works, you know, help me out a little bit, and I will see all you guys in the next video. Peace.